Hey guys, Sarnik here from TGG and welcome back. So, today I'm standing up here. I'm here to talk about something kind of important, especially to me. So, if you noticed a couple times, I may have mentioned this like inadvertently in some videos. I absolutely detest the God of Inazuma, which, let me go to Character Archive, happens to be this person. I don't want to look at it. Um, I have many reasons, and I like to go through them right now. Actually, this is one of the few times I actually have a notepad to like get all my ideas out for a video. So, there's many reasons. Now, a bunch of people, like, okay. Okay, I'm just going to start with point one, so I don't get off of there. So the first one is called, a point is called ignorance. Not only does she ignore the Fatui in her country, she also ignored her duties as a god to protect against them. Which, I mean, she knew the Fatui were terrible people. And she also ignored the needs of her people. So, we'll talk about that in a minute, but that already sounds like something pretty crappy for a god, right? They're supposed to take care of their people, they're supposed to help their nation prosper. Or they're supposed to, like, leave it in the hands of the people. She's basically a mixture of, like, extremist Zhongli mixed with Venti. She's not there for her country. And she has very strict laws. With Venti, he's just like, oh, you do whatever you want. But Raiden is like the worst of both worlds. A second is called apathy. So apathy means I don't care. I'm not making a joke there. Again, she knew about the Fatui and the pain they brought, but she did nothing. She knew what the Vision Hunt Decree did, and she did nothing. She just sat in her stupid little plane of Euthymia, or whatever it's called, and did nothing. She let someone else run her country. She knew the way her sister ran Inazuma. She knew that the way her sister ran Inazuma was prosperous. But yet she refused to follow the same path and chose her own selfish desires of wanting to keep things the way they were over the needs of her people and the prosperity of her nation. She chose her own, like, torment. She didn't pay attention to her people. Like, the people went through the same thing she did. They might not have known, what was her name? Makoto. Yeah, Makoto. They might have not have known Makoto as much as she did, but they were still grieving for her too. But she chose to take her own selfish desire, which was the desire to make things last forever because she didn't want to lose anything again. She chose that over what she knew was right in her heart. And that's just unacceptable. Like, as a god, you have the responsibility to look after the people and their needs over your own. And she broke that rule. Even Zhongli, he would make contracts to help his people. Venti left his people unless they really needed him because he believed in freedom. Because Venti believed in freedom, and he upheld that. Raiden believed in eternity, but she went about it in the exact wrong way when she knew the right way because there was an example set before her. And that's something that I just do not agree with. Number 3 is the abuse of power and the neglect of duty. First thing, she tried to kill us 2 freaking times for a simple crime. All we did was a simple jailable offense, which was interrupting a ceremony. We should have been thrown in a jail and, like, given, like, a sentence or something. She tried to freaking cut her head off! That's abuse of power, is using your power as a god to strike someone down when their crimes mean nothing in the grand scheme of things, but just personally offended you. That is stupid, and I hate it. Shut up, Belle. I'm talking so loud I'm spitting. She also hid in her little pocket world and let someone else do all the work for her without even thinking twice or even checking on them, which turned the nation into crap. You never let someone else do your duties without at least checking in on them. So that's just neglect, that's stupidity, and I'm just not going to stand for it. And she was forgiven way too easily in the story. Like, yeah, she fought for stuff, but she still has to fight she still has to fight to make up what she's done. She still has to make recompense for the vile actions she has taken. Not just, oh, I'm gonna fight myself in a pocket world for 5 seconds, but is actually for a million years. No. She needs to apologize to the people she's hurt, compensate them, and she needs to work on actual change in her country. That is something that she needs to do. So, she also throws temper tantrums. Like, she's like, you'll be inlaid upon this statue. It's like, why am I going to be inlaid upon this statue if all I did was a jailable offense? Shut up. She also tried to murder us from behind when we weren't even looking, which is not only a cheap shot for the land of samurai, which is, you know, stupid. If not for a normal person, by the way, she's super weak because a normal person with some little bit of training like Kazuha was able to rules of nature her sword. And by rules of nature, I mean, just search up rules of nature. It's a Metal Gear Rising reference. He was able to rules of nature her sword with a 3-star weapon. The freaking fillet blade. And, like, it's stupid. But yeah, like, her selfishness, her neglect, and her overall ignorance, even though she knew what was happening. It took her until her second story quest to even realize she was wrong when she knew it all along. She's stupid. She should not be in power. There's a reason why Makoto was the leader and she was the fighter. Even though she's weak as hell. But that's pretty much my synopsis. Now, pretty much about 90% of the Genshin player base. Again, her banner had the highest sales, which means that everyone's blinded by her physical attraction. Will I say that she is pretty? Yes. Again, every single girl in Genshin, every single guy in Genshin is designed extremely well. But if you mix the personality on top of that, there is no way that I would ever be okay with her. No matter what. They'd have to, like, freaking rip her soul out of her body and put a different soul in there for me to even consider wishing for her. Or even tolerating her, pretty much. It's like, I just can't. Like, she had a redemption arc. It was a pathetic redemption arc. And they're not going to do anything more with her character because we're moving on to Sumeru. Like, no. I'm not going to be blinded by physical appearances when below the surface is a disgusting personality that's full of selfishness, greed, and just absolute, like, apathy and ignorance. I just can't. I'm having trouble finding words, by the way. Like, the amount of contempt she has for her own country, it's unacceptable. And she needs to be overthrown by the true Electro Archon, official von Luftschloss Narfidort. Anyways, that's enough of my simping. But yeah, I just cannot forgive Raiden for the things she's done until she actually does something to make up for him. And even if she did, it has to be something incredibly sizable. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry for that rant. I normally don't do rant videos, but I had to just make this for future references. But, like, all the points I've made are based on logic and on experiences we've had with Raiden. If you look at it without rose-colored glasses, like, oh, booba sword. If you look at it through like normal vision and you look at it from a objective point of view, she's a horrible person, and she has not done enough to make up for what she's done. But most people look at her through rose-colored glasses, or like, oh, everything's fine because she's hot. Pfft, as if. Anyways, if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe. I normally don't make the content like this, so please come back. I'm not going to do this again for a long time, unless you know the God of Sumeru is a piece of crap too, in which case I'm going to rant about their faces. Anyways, I'm going to leave now. I'll see you guys next time. Saharonica, out.